Okay. Welcome to H-Mods. Oh, wait. What?
Hi.
Oh, yeah.
No, I have a towel man. Hi.
Evie's helping today again. Today we're going to do, at some point in today's episode, we're going to get to painting, and it's going to be super interesting because we get to do it inside, upstairs, in a tent big enough to fit a car. A small car, maybe a Peel P50. Or a smart car. You could probably fit a smart car in it. And now she's showing me her boot. She's showing me her b****s. But first we're going to do some small stuff and it's going to be fun. So I am H-Mods and you're watching... Yeah, f*** it, whatever.
I'm Mods and you're watching H-Mods.
What she said.
Husband, in honor of our marriage, I give you a regiment of battle mechs and the means to support them in perpetuity.
My love, in honor of our marriage, I give you a vast prize. The Capellan Confederation.
Alright, assholes, it's your old pal Hobbs. Here to tell you about Shadow of the Alliance. Follow the journey of Mateo Bjerregaard, a young mech warrior in the service of the Taurian Concordat. In the wake of the Steiner-Davion wedding, Laconis III has just been invaded by Davion forces hoping to bang on Maximilian Liao's back door. Bjerregaard must fight to save his team, the woman he loves, and his people. Want to get in on it? You can! Donate bits to become a character in the book and help save Laconis III. Every bit helps this book become better and better looking to Catalyst because the goal is to make enough to commission artwork, including a cover and artist drawings inside, like the old days. Be a part of the legend of the Laconis Wolverines. Donate today. It will go to a good cause.
So, since we last met, off cam I did a couple of things, and one of them was really cool, and you'll see it as soon as the thing starts going together. But it brought what I did earlier. I was sort of problem solving in my head because this bit is going to be so intricate that in order to remove parts of it, you're going to have to take some of it out. Unfortunately, that's just the way it has to go, because you have to get really creative with the space. At any rate, so I was problem solving yesterday, and I came up with a couple of ideas. One, this is the top panel, and this I glued to it using some serious epoxy. What this is supposed to do is there's going to be a grate that goes here with a fan, and it's going to let air in from there. It's going to have air on the top since there was none before. But since I do not want to scratch the paint, I have some of this here, and it just happens to be long enough. And so I'm going to cut some foam for this and just put it on each side so that it doesn't scratch the paint. And that will be pretty damn cool. I'll have to make sure to... I don't need, long... I don't need thick, I just need length. Ladies. So that's what we're going to do first. That's going to be super, super quick. Another thing we're going to do is... This is the back panel. You'll notice that there's a hole here, and I made it sort of really, really bad. I cut it really, really bad on purpose so that there's this burn mark on the outside. And that just lends credence to the whole, treated badly city ordinance phone booth kind of thing, because people used to vandalize the crap out of those things. So I left this the way it was. I didn't clean it up at all. But what we're going to do is, I'm going to cut up some of this screen right here, and I'm going to fit it on the inside. And so it will look really, really cool. So at least there will be air in there, but it won't be letting dust in and stuff. So that's number two. And then last bit is this is going to be the bottom of the computer. You might remember that this is going to be all skateboardy. So there's two things we're going to do to this. Now that the wood and the veneer has hardened perfectly, one, we're going to sand this to shape. Two, I don't know where I put it, but I have a mounting bracket for the the Arctic freezer. We have an Arctic freezer on one of the computers. It's an AIO, and so I have the mounting bracket for the Intel mounting, and what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to place it at each end of this, drill a hole in there, and then widen it to make it look like the trucks are missing. Trucks are that. They are what mounts the wheels to the skateboard, for those of you who are not in the know. My brother and I used to skateboard a lot as kids. We got really good at it. And that's kind of what this part of the computer is signifying. This whole thing is sort of harkening back to my childhood, and you can't have a childhood in Hobbs Land without mentioning skateboarding. We did a lot of it, and then we did rollerblading, and rollerblading hurt my feet. So if there's any skateboarders out there, you'll understand that I rode Goofy Foot. Because I could not start with my right foot on the board and then go like this. I'm left-handed, and so I had to put my right foot on the front of the board. And that's how we all learned how to do it in the 80s, because we were fucking doing it right. You put it on the back, you're just asking for it to slip out. So I put it on the front, and I would ride Goofy Foot. That's actually what it was called. This is one of the mouse boards I made, and if you guys want to know how to make a mouse board, the link is in the description below. This is a lot of fun, and it's easy. Easy. Need a ruler, where's my ruler? Here we go. My ruler is somehow dirty. Okay, so first thing I'm just going to do is I'm going to mark... Oh, you know what I just realized? I don't want to do this on top of the graffiti that I just painted. That takes a long time to look down the line of dots, but I did it. That'll do? Okay. And now we cut. Well, first let's make sure this fits. Looks pretty good. It's a bit bigger than we need, but we can cut it down a little bit. I'm reasonably sure I'm just going to have to cut it down a little bit, but this will work. This is like a kind of ASMR. Now we're cutting the screen to size so that we can fit it on our PC chassis. The PC chassis, which is affectionately named Nightcall. Evie is out there doing work on her stream stuff. We're still trying to get her to the place where she can quit her job, so she's been working a lot of overtime lately. And now our screen is just about the right size, so what I'm going to do is take it and put it like that. See? Simple. Yep, a lot of small shit. So, next thing is digital caliper. So what I'm going to do right now is I need to measure, because while I don't need to go the whole way, it'll be a little bit more congruent, and so that's what I'm going to do. And although this is a bit more to this side than it is even, what you'll notice is that this takes up a big portion of that. So the power supply is actually going to be dead center of it. And so that's why I'm going to just make use of the entire space. And so from there, let's see, 17 3/4. We'll do 17 1/2 just for So we don't need to do the whole length of it because it'll still sit on it. So 17 3/4 by just about an inch, and then we'll just cut it down to size. So okay, now I've measured both sides of it. Scissors. And if I'm right, this will measure just about perfectly with the other one. Just about perfect. So that's done. That's done. What else? Sanding? Sanding and shaping. Honey! It aren't going to get loud.
Is in the workshop, sawdust in the air, with a steady hand and a craftsman's flair. He don't mess with metal, that's a whole nother scene. He's sanding down dreams and keeping it clean. Cause metal is metal, and wood's where it's at. Hobbs makes it all from desk to bats. Hobbs is working in country, hear the plainer whine. From a cedar table to a spruce design, ain't no welding sparks, just the scent of oak. Hobbs is working in country, and that ain't no joke. He's got a lathe that hums like a sweet country tune, carving out a fiddle or a wooden spoon. With a chisel in his hand and a gleam in his eye, Hobbs turns a block into a work that'll fly. No metal riffs, just a scrape of grain. Hobbs shapes that wood like he's running a train.
Okay, well the microphone is dead. It died because I didn't charge it. But this is perfect. Let's move on.
In the inflatable paint booth, with the great computer builder in the sky, on the top of his head, motherfucker, a hat goes over all the heads. Hey, in the inflatable paint booth, with the great computer builder in the sky, on the top of his head, balls, a hat. When you go and undo all your good work, and then you panic and you panic and you try to fix it. Sergeant sent me to do a job. In the manual it said, do not undo all your good work, but it was in French and we're 2 hours in. Nothing's painted. Dan's been talking to a man about a dog for 45 minutes. He doesn't have plans to buy a dog, motherfucker! In the inflatable paint booth, with the great computer builder in the sky, paint booth on the top of his head, swearing a hat, paint booth. Hey, in the inflatable paint booth, with the computer builder in the sky. Paint booth on the top of his head, swearing a hat, a hat. Paint booth. Paint booth. Paint booth. Computer builder in the sky. Paint booth on the top of his head, swearing a hat, a hat. In the inflatable paint booth, with the great computer builder in the sky, on the top of his head, ya asshole. A hat, a hat. In the inflatable paint booth, with the great computer builder in the sky, paint booth on the top of his head, penis. A hat, a hat.
All right, now we wait, and then we start actually painting.